You know. And welcome back to Eastern Athletics Weekly here on LittleEast.tv, powered by Easy Stream. Now joined by head coach Diana Pepin and third baseman Arielle Cooper. I want to thank both of you for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
All right, Coach, I'm going to start with you. Last year's team won 44 games, only 3 losses, and besides the 5 teams that won the national championship, should that team be remembered as the best team in program history?
I mean, it absolutely could be considered that. I think that it was a unique team in that we had a dominant pitcher, but you have to remember that the defense was extremely solid, and Molly gave us a lot of strikeouts, but our defense was really flawless in that season. Offensively, I think we came up with some big hits. I think Cooper was a huge asset, leading off with a double and scoring runs, maybe leading off with a home run.
Yeah.
So she's a huge threat in that leadoff position, and I think that we lost 2 great players, and they have broken a lot of records at Eastern. Both Molly Rathbun, our pitcher, All-American pitcher, and Priscilla Alisea, and that's going to be a hard replacement. But I think as a team, the 44-3 team last year was just unique and probably the most talented in a lot of ways, skill-wise.
All right. Now, Arielle, with Molly gone, a lot of teams think they may get their revenge this year on you guys. What do you guys think about that, and do you believe in yourselves to have another successful season?
I think this year we'll have just the same opportunities as last year. The last 4 years I've been here, there's been a target on our back, so I don't think anything's really new. Molly, she has done a great job in the last 4 years, and I think we just need to pick up where we left off, and our defense is so strong this year, and our lineup, anything can happen, so.
Now, Coach, many people know you guys have lost one of the best pitchers in program history, along with Priscilla as well. But you guys do have 7 starters returning, and do you feel that this might be one of the more experienced teams you ever had?
Absolutely. I think that, this team is really motivated. They know they're going to get a lot of ground balls, a lot of fly balls, and they're ready for it. And actually, they're really excited because with Molly, you had a lot of strikeouts, and they could take a little nap and come back and, get the ground out here and there. But in our 2 scrimmages, we fielded a lot of balls and did a phenomenal job with that. So I think it is experience. I think that we know what to expect. We are ready, and I just think that they're going to be a stronger team, more cohesive team defensively and offensively, 1 through 9. I mean, they're all a lot of power. We can do some things. We have more speed. So I think that this team is a more, I don't want to say well-rounded, but just cohesive.
Okay. Now, Arielle, with Molly gone, you guys are finally going to be out of her shadow. We don't want to take anything away from her. We know how great she was, but do you feel that this team will finally receive the respect that you guys do deserve?
Well, I don't think it was so much of a shadow. Molly obviously paved the way for a lot of the things we did the last 4 years, but she has a great legacy, and I think that this year it's just going to be what we bring to each game, and we are a well-respected team, and everyone that is part of our team has a really good piece to the puzzle. So.
All right, now, Coach, you just said 1 through 9, and this team could be great hitting. Also, defensively, they could be great. Talk about the returning players and why they could be so special.
Well, I'll start with Cooper. She was an All-American third baseman, leadoff batter, and we moved her to the 3 spot later on in the tournament because she was going to protect Molly, because everybody was walking Molly as a hitter. So she's going to pick up where she left off. She's been hitting the ball extremely well and hard, and I think that in that leadoff spot we need someone who's going to step up there and have no fear, and I think that's Cooper. At third base, just tremendous. She has great range. She knows when they're going to bunt. She is on top of things. She's a leader on the field, and she's just a huge asset in the infield. Along with Kelly Patterson, who's also a senior. They've played well together for the last 4 years. Well, it will be 4 years. And they're going to be the rock on the corners. So Kelly's at first, and she did a phenomenal job last year. She'll do extremely well, and like I said, she just plays with such finesse and understands the game so well, and I'm looking for her to be more of a leader on the field. She has been hitting the ball very well, and we talked about it yesterday. I think that she's hitting the ball like her sophomore year with more line drives and more confidence, so that's only going to help us. As far as the middle infield, we're probably going to have a new shortstop. She's a newcomer. She has great range, and take over for Godwin, or Godwin might move back over to shortstop. They're kind of interchangeable right now, and Megan Godwin is really the leader locally on the field and has a great glove, and we're working on her power as well offensively. Maddie Brett in the outfield, center field, did a tremendous job last year. I mean, she saved a couple games from left center to right center. She caught a ton of balls that really could have been game changers. So we look to her to be the steady person in the middle, and then Steph Johnson or Shannon Martin will be in left field, and they'll do a tremendous job both offensively with some power. Steph has some speed, can bunt, can hit, and they'll do a good job in left field.
All right, now you played with Megan and Kelly the past few years in the infield. Will that experience be the strength of this team?
I believe so. It's a comfort thing. I mean, I have Meg, who is more vocal, and she tells us what's going on situation-wise, and then you have Kelly, who I rely on because I'm always sometimes all over the place throwing-wise, and if it wasn't for Kelly, there would be a lot more errors. But I think experience and knowledge of the game really helps us be that fundamentally sound team.
All right, now talk about your four seniors. They've been leaders by example, and talk about the respect that they've earned from not just their teammates, but all the coaches as well.
Well, I mean, just by the way that they carry themselves, they're a great asset to our program. They do extremely well on the field and off the field. So, you have some kids that are really all about the program. They're all about what's best for the team right now. And, Christine Aker has done a phenomenal job for 3 years and kind of came in as the number 2 pitcher or number 3 pitcher and got some quality innings the last 3 years. And this year we're looking for her to step up and be our number 1 pitcher. And she's worked extremely hard in the off season. She's thrown the ball really well. We got her to throw rise balls, so that's going to help her in a lot of ways and help our defense. So. And then Katie Sokolowski, just a tremendous kid. She is our pinch runner, and she knows that's her role, and she has accepted it and does the best job that she can with it, and knows that that is only going to help our team, and then is ready to play the outfield as well. She can track balls pretty well out there, and she came in as a catcher, but I'll tell you, she has a lot of respect from me and her teammates, because she will do anything for the team, whether it's a bullpen catcher, pinch runner, outfielder, pinch hitter. So, they're all great seniors, and I think they create a good nucleus for what we have.
All right, so you have Molly and Priscilla in the lineup last year with you, and it helped you to see many more pitches. This year it's going to be a little bit different. Do you think a key for you is to have discipline at the plate and not get too frustrated at times during the season?
Well, frustration, I'm kind of over that. Freshman, sophomore year is full of frustration, and you're in your own head. And yeah, I did have Molly and Priscilla to back me up in the lineup, but I have Alyssa Hancock, I have Maddie Brett this year, I have Kelly Patterson, and whoever else follows. And I know, especially if I don't get the job done, I have 8 others to move me along. And they will definitely be missed, but, I mean, you can't replace them, but there's always someone else to fill their shoes. So that's what we're looking for, and I think we're going to be fine.
All right, Coach. You're the winningest head coach in program history, 286 wins. When you played here, did you ever think you would ever have that accomplishment coming here?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm from Willimantic, and I always watched Eastern grow and watched the national championship and watched Coach Washburn and Jeff Anderson coach. And, I mean, they've done extraordinary things. And I never thought that I would be coaching at Eastern. I wanted to coach at the college level, but I had to start somewhere, and I started in high school and came up through the ranks a little bit. But to it's not about me, it's about what the players have done and what they're willing to do, and I'm just the vehicle to get them there. They've really performed and done the job on the field. So that really doesn't mean anything to me. What means a lot to me is that Eastern is well respected on the field and off the field, and we're well respected nationally. I think we've done a great job and played hard. We played with class, and we're going to go after whatever goal we have.
Now, did you ever think when you began coaching in high school that you would be here or have an opportunity to coach here?
No, I didn't. But the first couple years that I was here, I felt tremendous pressure to get back on that national stage. And I think that I pushed those teams too soon because they were 500 teams. So it was a process of getting the program where I wanted it, back to where I wanted it,
Yep.
and I had to learn along the way, and I think I did that. And I relied on Coach Washburn for, some guidance and remember what he did, and I think he's helped me because I'm not Coach Washburn. I am my own coach, and I do have my own philosophies, and I've done a lot of different things and stayed on top of the game and made sure that I'm always learning. So I really appreciate what the coaches before me have done, and I just think Eastern's a great place to be, and I think that this program is well respected now as it was when Coach Washburn and Jeff Anderson were coaching.
All right, now Arielle, you in your career have reached virtually everything you could. What will be the motivation for you individually and just for the team this season?
Well, motivationally, I just look at every game for what it really is, and I don't go out to set records, and I play to help our team win and to reach our goals. I think this year it's just what, like Coach tells us, leave the program better than you found it.
Mm-hmm.
And my freshman year, I had the best experience. I went to a national championship. My sophomore year, I went to a national championship. Last year was a little rough, but it's the best experience you could imagine for a college career, and I'm grateful for that, and the coaching staff and all my teammates. And motivation, it's just to go out there and have fun.
All right, now starting with you, I'm going to ask you first, how far do you think this team can go this season?
I'm going to stop myself because we try to go too far ahead, and I think that's what killed us last year. We overlooked little steps, and I think throughout our conference we'll be fine, and we'll make it back to the regions, and we'll fight our way, and most likely, hopefully, we'll be at a national championship again.
Coach?
Yeah, I think so. I think that if we take care of the details and we play fundamentally sound and go about our philosophy, which is Eastern softball, playing pitch by pitch, out by out, inning by inning, we can do a lot of things. And last year we laughed because it was a great year. We had a 40-game win streak. It was a great year, but to the team of that year, it was a little let down because we weren't at the national championship, and we felt we were ready to win a national championship and fell a little short. So I think this team is really motivated to get back to the national championship and show the nation what we have, and I think they are very capable of doing that if they play together and they really continue to work hard.
All right, well, I can't wait to be down to the broadcast of games. I had a great time during the conference tournament last year, and I can't wait just for a few weeks away to have that home opener. I want to say good luck to both you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Over spring break, headed down